I was always a very shy kid. I legitimately didn't start talking or speaking up until I was about 10 years old. 10. 10 years old. I didn't talk. I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't really have any friends. I was too afraid because I had a speech impediment. You know, my speaking is still not super perfected, obviously, as you can see, but it's 1,000 times better than what it was when I was a kid. You know, I had pretty fucked up teeth, and it made me have a lisp, a bigger lisp. I still kind of have one, but a really, really big lisp where I couldn't pronunciate right. So then it made me not even speak, made me be real shy and afraid to speak up, afraid to talk, because I was afraid of being made fun of. Real shit. Because I was made fun of because of the way that I fucking talked. I'm not helping myself right now by fucking up all my words, but I don't know, just speaking about this is a little bit I guess brings back fucking memories. I don't know, but there was a lesson there. You know, back when I couldn't speak and I was too scared to speak, I didn't really understand why, you know? I was just so afraid all the time of everything, of judgment, of just everything. But looking back, I'm so grateful I went through that. Because the only reason that I overcame that was from being so delusional in my head that I can change that aspect of me. I can change the outcome of that. You know, I remember someone said to me, someone that I kind of respected in a certain way back then. They said it would be, you know, funny if I had some sort of career where I talked. Like I talked on a podium or some shit like that, you know? And then they laughed. They burst out in laughter, and everyone at the table laughed as well. And that really sparked something inside of me to no matter what, become better with, you know, that skill set and fucking master it to a certain point to where I feel so comfortable with speaking, so comfortable with myself that I reassure myself that I can do anything, you know? And it took maybe a fucking decade of time. I really had to find my footing and, you know, go through trials and tribulations of figuring out how to talk, but I got a bit better. I definitely got a bit better, you know? I'm definitely not afraid to talk or to speak up anymore. And I found my voice. I know how to talk. I know how to pronunciate. I've really focused on years and, you know, studied how people talk and how people pronunciate certain things so that I can become better. And the only reason that I became better is because I was so fucking delusional with it. You have to be so delusional with yourself, with whatever you want to achieve, and promise yourself that no matter what, you will get there. And then take all the necessary steps, no matter how crazy it may seem or impossible it may fucking seem at the time. You know, back in the day, when I was younger, if you would have said, man, Zach could speak like, you know, he could really pronunciate his words and he has the balls to say whatever the fuck he wants, you know, they would laugh. They would laugh at that. They would be like, no way, that's impossible. That's not him. He can't change. You know, these people, they start to create this image in their head of what you're supposed to be. Fuck that. That's their delusion of what you're supposed to be, of what you can be. And you have to break through all that. Break out of their shell of their head of what they believe you should be. Fuck that. Are you fucking kidding me? That's the bubble you put me in? That's how low of a fucking expectation that you have for me? You love me so much and all this shit, but that's the bubble you put me in? Fuck you. Just fuck you. I'ma show you what I'm actually truly capable of. And then run laps around my old self. Same thing with, first getting in the gym. When I was 10, around the same time, 10 to 12 years old, I was a little fat motherfucker. And then I'll get made fun of for it, I'll be told I had titties and all this shit. And I'd be fucking, my stomach would be poked in school and all this bullshit. And then I told myself, no matter what, I was going to change. That's why I don't feel sorry for anybody. I don't feel sorry for anybody that, it just gives up. It just pretends like they can't change certain aspects about themselves. No, you just don't try. You don't see the fucking vision. Until it's too late. Until you're a motherfucker who can talk, who could have a conversation, who can be charismatic, who can be not so fat, who can build a bit of muscle on their fucking frame. That's not too bad for a motherfucker who was fat and who was fucking bullied for being fat, who was bullied for not being able to fucking speak properly. I ain't doing too bad now. You have to take all that and channel it. And you owe it to yourself to just overcome all that and spit on them motherfuckers metaphorically and make this major comeback to where you reverse their script. Now they're the fat motherfucker. Now they're the motherfucker who's afraid to speak up, who's afraid to speak their mind. They become the bitch. Yeah, they become the bitch. That's what it's all about. You want to just become a motherfucker who can overcome anything. No matter what people tell you, and no matter what time frame. You give yourself 10 years and you know the outcome because you've done it before. With a decade more time on my belt, on my body, as long as I don't fucking die before that time, I see my vision for myself. I see my potential. I see how much money I'm gonna have. I know I'm going to fucking retire my mom and buy her a fucking house. Because nobody else is gonna fucking do it. Because people doubt me. Again and again and again. Because I've been broke before. I've been broke as fuck. I've been in debt. I begged for money. Like a fucking bum. Like an absolute fucking bum. And then I decided to make a fucking change. And I'm on that trajectory to do the same exact thing that I did when I couldn't speak. When I couldn't speak up for myself. When I had a lisp. When I had a tongue crept in. And I couldn't fucking talk properly. And everyone told me that I couldn't. But I knew that I could. I knew that I could. That's what separates you from the motherfuckers who tell you can't. They're the ones who are going to suffer in the fucking end. because they can't handle themselves. They can't look at themselves in the mirror and realize they're fucking up and they need to make a change. They're not willing to change. They're not willing to adapt. They're not willing to evolve into the person that they're meant to be. No, they'll just settle with what the fuck they have. Give me a second. I need a sip of water. I'm getting all fucking worked up. I just got done doing fucking 2 hours of cardio after my fucking workout. I'm fucking on one. Right now, I'm at a point in time where I'm unstoppable and I know the outcome. I know the inevitable. I know my capabilities. Time and time again, I prove them wrong. Just give me enough time and I become a fucking weapon. I become a fucking monster. Doubt me again and again and again. And I just win. I just win no matter what. No matter how much I fail, no matter how much I fall, no matter how much you doubt me, no matter how much you say that I can't, I end up winning in the end because of one reason. I understand how to overcome myself. My only enemy is myself. I am the champion. I am the one who could win against myself. I am the only one who can defeat that motherfucker. And I've done it before. I'm just going to keep doing it until I fucking die. And finally just win. Finally become the champion that I know I can become. And inspire everyone around me in the fucking process. You know, inspire my family to do more, to do better. Inspire my friends. And make sure that, you know, by my beliefs and by my just resilient action and the outcome of my actions. And they could see where I was. They know where I was back then. They know where I am now. And they're going to see where I end up. And that's only going to give them the confidence to move on forward with their life and achieve whatever the fuck they want to achieve. You know, I just want to help them. I just want to inspire them. And the only way to do that is make sure that I am, you know, acting upon myself and doing everything in my power to grow, to evolve, to finally become everything that I've ever wanted to become. This shit gets me so worked up and so passionate. I really love this shit. I enjoy this shit. I inspire myself by just being committed to these fucking videos. You know, and I've fallen so many times before with these fucking videos. And I know it's my true calling. There's something within me that's telling me to come back to this. You know, this is the promise that you told yourself years ago. That you would make some sort of career or outcome out of this, out of speaking. And you would inspire people from speaking. That's the dream that you had in your mind when they all laughed at you at that fucking dinner table. That's the dream that you had. And you're gonna make it happen. You are making it happen. Zach, I believe in you. And for all the people watching right now, I believe in you. You can overcome anything with enough time. Just put in the action, put in the work. Don't give up on yourself. Don't believe, you know, the image that other people build for you. You are more capable than you can imagine. Just go after it. Go get it. I fucking love y'all. Peace out.